Hey everybody, it's Brick Waffle and we are back with a brand new Let's Play series. We're going to be doing a single player survival world. This is going to be the beginning of Wafflesauce. So if you've been here before, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've done any videos, but here we are in the 1.16 update and I have a starting house here. This is a slightly modified version of a house made by Mythical Sausage. I'll link that down in the description. He's a fantastic builder, you should go check him out, but I wanted to start with this just to give us a place to use as our base of operations. Now you may also notice that my skin is a little different if you remember what I looked like before, and I have the waffle on the back of the hoodie now, so yep, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got set up. So we have our log cabin, got a little bit of a fireplace, we've got a furnace, and we have a couple of chests for storage. We have some stone tools and some sweet berries and some torches. So we really need to go out and gather a lot of material. Now we do have some suicidal squid out here who want to give us some ink from time to time, so that'll be nice if we ever want to do anything with black dye. It's going to be pretty easy. And we also have some drowned out here because this is a river biome. But what we want to do this series is to think about doing a forest village. So obviously I've got my starting little hut set up here, but I want to expand out and build a forest village with different buildings for each of the major professions. There we go, Monster Hunter. So that we can have different buildings for things like the blacksmiths, the butchers, the fletchers, all of that good stuff. And we may also go exploring this ravine at some point. You can see there's some iron down here, so this should be fairly easy for us to get to. And in fact, to make it even easier to get in and out of, let's just go ahead and add our water stream right now, so we can drop down in here later on and swim back up the water stream. That's going to give us really easy access to some of our materials. We are in the middle of an inlet. Let's climb back up this hill a little bit. I'll give you a preview of what we're working with. So we do have this lovely little house. Again, not mine. I just tweaked a few things on the inside, but I will link to that in the description. I've got to do a little bit of kind of landscaping around the outside of here. You can see the squid I'm talking about. And we are going to get a farm together here at some point soon, because the berries are okay, but they really don't provide that much nutrition. So we do want to get our hands on some potatoes, carrots, things like that are a little bit better. But for now, what I want to do is just start to think about what we want to do with this forest. So I know I'm going to eventually need to get villagers back in here. We are going to have to gather some either from another village and transport them back, or maybe we'll get some zombie villagers and cure them if we can get the golden apples and weakness potions and all that stuff before we can get to find another village. We'll see how it goes. But we do have quite a large forest back here. We've got some mountains in the distance you can kind of see, maybe way back there. We can also get some pork chops for food in the short term. If I could chase them down through all these ferns. Nope. There we go. Got them. They're a little squirrely. And that's going to be a decent early game food source as well. So short term, as usual in Minecraft, gather resources. We're going to gather up some food, some leather, and then we're going to start looking for a good place to start caving. And I think the ravine is going to be our first choice. And let's just go ahead and head back towards our base right now to take a look at that. So if you guys do have any thoughts on what you'd like to see me do, please leave a note down in the comments if you wondering where I've been for a long time. Real life. Just a lot of work going on in real life, so haven't had a chance to get back to Minecraft. Really excited about the 1.16 Nether update. I've played around with it a little bit to get familiar with how it's supposed to work before I did this series, so we should be able to take some advantage of that and not be a complete noob, but we'll see how it goes. So for now, oh, we have a cave over here too. Interesting. I wonder if this goes down to the ravine. Let's check that out together. Throw a few torches on the way. That looks like that's a little bit of a dangerous jump here. Let's try that. This may or may not end up in that same ravine. Well, maybe not, but here's some iron. So we are going to definitely start with gathering all this stuff up. Now, I did install the replay mod, so I am running in the fabric version of Minecraft, and that is so that hopefully at some point in the future we'll be able to do some third-person time lapses and all that good stuff. Might be able to do some kind of caving videos as well if that turns out to be good. I haven't ever really used it before, but I've seen some other YouTubers that have used that. Really like how things like that turn out. I think hopefully things that I'm a fan of, you guys will end up being a fan of too. So if you like those time lapses, again, please let me know that as well, because I think that'd be something pretty fun for us to try out. Let's get some something useful on the hotbar here. Get some cobblestone. Kind of work our way down. There we go. And there's some endermen and some creepers, so we have to be careful down here for sure. Let's see, we don't have a shield yet, or any armor, so if a creeper finds us, we are definitely toast. But for now, that's looking pretty decent. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more iron. Keeping an eye over there, because I know we saw one. And let's go ahead and get some torches over here as well. And see if we can get some of this coal too. So ideally we can get enough iron to make a few tools. I think it's 24 for a suit of armor. We need quite a bit more for tools. You need a bucket, maybe some shears so we don't have to kill sheep every time we want wool. Those are all options for us. So I'm thinking about a stack of iron would be really ideal. That would give us enough to get started with several different projects. The first few iron that I did get went to some iron bars for that fireplace, and we are good to go on that. But I think for now, just getting... Oh, hello, Enderman. Just getting enough of this to get started with the furnace would be really helpful. Let's see how far that goes. I probably won't catch that one. No, I didn't. There's a creeper down there. But this should be fine. I mean, it's been a while, but I've still been playing Minecraft off and on. I just haven't been able to record any of that. So I'm excited to be back and looking forward to making some more videos. Okay, that was scary. Alright, so we are back from our mining trip. We have the last little bit of our iron cooking up here. I've got some more iron in this chest. We do have some coal, we have some wood, which we're going to need to grab some of those. And obviously we are eating our pork chops right now, so let's just grab that. We'll make some sticks, turn the rest of that into planks, and then we can start making some tools here. So I did die while I was down there, which is why I don't have any tools at the moment, but we're going to get through that here in just a second. Managed to get most of my stuff back, but that's the way it is. Not too worried about that. Might eventually end up with... Oh, I don't have enough sticks for that. Might eventually end up with some additional data packs. So if you guys watch Hermitcraft or are familiar with Vanilla Tweaks, there are some data packs we can have that add things like gravestones. So that's something I'm definitely open to. And we are using Fabric for the replay mod, but I'm not really planning on doing any other mods. I really want this to be pretty much as vanilla as you can get, with a few things just for helping make videos a little bit more interesting. So we'll stick with that as our kind of core guidance. Now we should be able to make a shield. There we go. And that should be everything we need to get set up. So there we go. Isn't it iron pick? Got our shield, got our tools, got our bucket, and that bucket is going to let us do a little bit of farming. So let's go out back here and figure out what we want to do in terms of crops. We do need a fairly decent sized area for that. I don't want to put it right in front of the door, but I think this is going to be fine. So if we did, let's see, if we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that'd be perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So that would let us go out 5 in every direction from that with a single bucket of water, since water spreads, or 4 in every direction since water spreads 4. So that would let us go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same thing this way. And I probably will take this hill back just a little bit, because what I don't want to do is have mobs coming off that hill and landing on our crops and breaking them. And we may occasionally get some other kinds of mobs at night out here. So let's just take that back a little bit. That should be alright. I'll leave that one dirt there. But what that'll do is that'll give us a good sized place for farming, and we don't even really have to worry about putting fences and things around it. We're just going to light it up a little bit with some torches, and we'll probably put an upside down slab in the water there, just to... Waterlogged slabs still work for farming, so that way we won't fall in that little hole there. Alright, let's trample that on purpose. There we go. So we'll get a slab out there, and then we can go out looking for some seeds and things like that. So let's throw that in there, put this guy back. We've got our bucket for now. And let's do a cobblestone slab, just because I think that'll stand out just fine. And let's actually grab... you know what? Let's go ahead, since we got some spruce logs, let's actually do it that way. Let's go ahead and make a spruce slab, which we only need one of, really. And are we getting dark? Yeah, it's getting a little bit dark. Alright, so now that we've slept, let's back outside. And let's put in our slab there. That should be fine. And then what we can do is we can come over here and make this like we would for a typical Minecraft village. In fact, I don't think I'm really going to need this much area, so I'm going to do it right in here. I know I could technically go all the way out here, but what I want to actually put in place is a little bit of a border. So let's just dig this out all the way around. And that's going to be just fine. I don't really want it to be that close to the water anyway. So we'll just do that. And we'll be slightly different than the regular vanilla border. That. That. And there we go. So now we've got a decent sized crop field without being really carried away. Because I think really all we're going to do here in the short term is wheat, because that's easy enough to find. But then we'll probably do some carrots and potatoes as well. So let's put all this stuff back inside. Try to keep organized as best we can here. Let's keep our wood down there. Dirt and stuff up there. There we go. That'll be a little bit better. And we will have to move out of here and get some much better storage in the future. But for now, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, yeah, that is going to bother me if I don't get that one piece of dirt. There we go. So I think that should be good. Let's throw some torches down on these corners. And in the middle. And that should be good. Now, we'll probably end up taking that out just because it will break it when we're harvesting crops anyway. Let's go ahead and look for some seeds. And see if we can find anything that we need to find out here. Alright, so we have found a village finally. I think I'm about 1,000 blocks from home. Yeah, more or less. It's pretty close. But we are going to go in here and see. Hopefully they've got some farming stuff that we can borrow. We're definitely going to take some of these hay bales, because that's going to let us break that down into wheat as well. That'll give us some extra food. So let's just take those. And this is why I made a hoe this time, which I normally don't do. In 1.16, that is the appropriate tool for breaking hay bales, which is going to be pretty convenient for us. Okay, so maybe we'll see about stealing a couple of workstations too while we're at it, if they have any. So let's take a peek in here. Oh, here, there's a brew station, sounds like. Yep. Hey, Mr. Cleric, I'm going to take this. Thank you. And we will kind of plunder the village a little bit, and we'll probably have to come back here at some point in the future, get some actual villagers to come work with us. So let's get those guys. See what we have in here. Oh, that's pretty handy. There's a smoker. Grab one of those. How are we doing in here? Yeah. Alright. Take that. Actually, we're probably going to have to sleep before we can make it back, so let's take that bed too. Wow, we do have a lot of hay over here. So that's going to be really nice for us getting some bread early on. And all of that is going to be turned into food for us instead of for horses. So I'm happy with that. They have more than they need, it looks like. There we go. We'll leave them all those things up there as well. So let's go take a look at some of these other houses. This guy looks like a smith or a toolsmith or something like that. Hey, what's up, guy? Oh yeah, let's take the stone cutter. Thank you. And we're actually going to take some clay too. There we go. And let's see, anything in here? No? Okay. Feel like a little bit of a burglar right now because we're just taking everything in the village, but it's okay. We're going to build our own village from scratch later on, and they'll have everything they need, and they won't even remember this. It'll be great. Oh, hey, look, a few emeralds as well. Look at that, 4 emeralds. It's a pretty good find. It sounds like there might be another... Yep, there's a cleric in here. Don't really need a second brewing station yet. Anything else that we can get? Oh, man, they have a big ravine in the middle of their village. Wow. That's a big old one. Yeah, let's leave that alone. See if we can go up over where this guy looks like he might be headed. And go around to the other side here. Wow, what a precarious house. I would not want to live in that. Goodness. You have anything upstairs, guys? I feel like this house should tip over any second. Oh, even more emeralds. Fantastic. And did we... Oh, we got a book. Okay, we didn't get a lectern, but we got a book. Let's be real careful exiting that house. So we learned a few recipes along the way. That's good. Oh, no, just a little bit of wheat. We've got plenty of that. I'm really hoping to find a crop farm, but I don't see... Ooh, wow. What a what a dangerous village you guys live in. You don't have any kind of safety standards here, huh? Do you not also have any... I don't think they have any other vegetables. Well, that would be why they have so much wheat. They don't grow anything else. Oh, man, that's a bummer. All right, well, we will keep looking and see if we can't find some carrots or potatoes or something else and get back home. Yeah, it looks like that's it for here. Okay, so we got back to our house with really not much in the way of any kind of crops. I didn't find anything like that out there. I am going to keep these chests out. Put a lot of the... Oh, we did find 6 potatoes in one of those chests. Perfect. I didn't even notice that. So that's really helpful. Let's get our tools out here. We've still got our bed. Let's keep some of those out. Keep our bread. I don't think we're going to need 64 seeds here. But yeah, now we can grow some potatoes as well. So that's really awesome. Let's get the brewing stand out. And this is going to help us make some food more efficiently. So let's go ahead. Let's see. Stick the smoker over here. And we'll just stick that on top of it for now. That will work. Let's stick the brewing stand in the corner, and then let's go out and plant some food. So we got wheat and potatoes. Let's just do it this way, and we'll do wheat and another strip beside it, and then we'll do like this. We'll do every other one wheat and every other one potatoes for now. Now eventually when we get carrots, we'll probably do, you know, maybe half potatoes, half carrots, something like that, but that should be good for the time being. Stick those guys back in there, and let's get this hay and these chests out. So one thing, we've got some barrels, we've got some chests already, and we've got more ink. That's great. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Got a passive squid farm right outside the house. We'll stick that back in here. And let's see, where else do we want to put some chests and some storage? I think I might just do it right here. Just like that. So that's right next to the ladder that goes up to our loft area, and that should be fine. So let's take this hay and we'll craft this into wheat. Look at that. That is a tremendous amount of wheat. And then we will just take some of this and we will convert that into bread. And so now we have the recipe for it. We can do that. And now we have tons and tons of bread. So we are good for food for the foreseeable future. And we can save that wheat that we're growing out there for any kind of animals that we might need to find. But this is really just going to be animal food at this point. So I think we're in really good shape. Tools aren't too bad. We're running a little bit low on pork chops, but now we've got our food sorted out, and we can always make a fishing pole and do a little fishing if we need to as well. So I think that's going to be pretty good. Hey, more ink. That's fantastic. Let's go over there and get that. I guess I'm probably not going to need to really make a squid farm as long as I stay here as my little starting base. Alright. Let's throw that in here as well. And I think I'm just going to take all this bread out, and let's put all the food in one of our barrels up here, just so we can kind of start to organize this a little bit better. So let's leave this for blocks. We'll keep this for villager things. Let's just take everything that's not a block out of here. And that way it'll be a little bit easier for us to... Blocks and slabs. I'll be fine with keeping slabs in there. So anything else that's crafting materials, let's put that. I guess that counts. That should be fine. But we'll keep all of this stuff separate. Start putting these in barrels as well. So let's just throw all of that in here for now. And let's take the coal and put that into our smoker. So when we get our potatoes, we'll be good to go on cooking those up in the smoker, and that'll cook a little bit faster. Alright, so I'll take a nap again. Alright, I think this is off to a pretty good start. So what I'd like to do is, like I said, plan out for where we're going to put all of our villager buildings, all that good stuff back in here. We'll probably put in some paths, maybe a little bridge over to our house. This will not be the house that we live in all season at all. This is just our starting house, and like I said, I built that off camera because there's a tutorial that I followed. So please feel free, follow that link in the description. If you did like this video, please make sure you give it a like. If you really liked it, then make sure to subscribe. And as always, I've been Brick Waffle. Thank you for watching.